Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Down. 560.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Young. This is Chenault on the receiving end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3 and out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Fights loose. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Carolina defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson, powerful. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 16-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards on the ground. Well, every quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback, loves to have plays like that from a guy running the ball.
Takes a lot of pressure off the youngster, doesn't it? He doesn't have to throw the ball in bad situations. Just turns around, hands it to his big horse. And we've seen rookie quarterbacks ride great runners right into the playoffs.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 going to 3. From the 3 now, here they come on third and goal. Richardson now on third and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrifying defense.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Richardson working from the gun.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You look at this Carolina defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
The throw over the middle, taken in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the road to Carolina.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now Richardson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, we're pretty early in this contest, and with one interception already thrown, when that ball was tipped in the air, I think he had to be wondering, could this be a second one, and was already battling in his mind how to handle it. Fortunately, that ball fell incomplete, and now he gets a chance to atone for what could have been a big error.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Zach Moss.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it up.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout this rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Ready. Blue strike.
Following the interception, Young. That is caught by Thielen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And now a stoppage. Looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ready. Hey, computer.
On play action, Young rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Young. This might be a free play.
Sanders going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
We think, Brandon, the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Colts nothing.
The 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Now a give, right side. Goodson, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And now we're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production means they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now it's Richardson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. The Panthers sitting at 5-2 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a first down throw for Young. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Young on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
2nd and 10.
Young to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target.
And it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Young.
That'll be caught right side. Shenault with it.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Looking to throw, Young. And this is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
They'll throw again. Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal.
This from 44 yards away.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will extend their lead even further. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On first down, Goodson. Credit the tackle to Kentavious Street, the product of NC State.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 from the 44. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime you didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On 2nd down, Young.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Young into the slide, and he's got a 1st down. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
Well, again, his offense was staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Young to throw it. Flush to his right.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And the Colts are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
So the flag thrown for the contact, mark off the yardage.
And sometimes you just read a hitch route way too fast. You get there before you're supposed to, and there's the penalty.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Right there, hurt.
They'll run on first down. Goodson. There he goes left side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Goodson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. When the defense throws out, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get it done.
Yeah, we're going to stay in that groove and score around. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Young. Buying time to his left. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And brought down about before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL. And that's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
To the air once more, Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Young. That is caught. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
It's Young on first down. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. It'll be Young again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Okay, ready?
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Young. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Samson Abuka in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Ashton Doolin now to return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On first down, Goodson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll run on first down with Moss. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
On second down now, Goodson. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Richardson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play. And now their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter. But it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over first and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, Young. This is Chenault on the receiving end. Still on his feet. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
The tackling in this game has not been good so far. We've seen our share of missed tackles. Case in point, that one right there. And that miss led to another big play. I don't know if it's effort. I don't know if it's technique. But they'll have to work on that in practice.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To throw on second down is Young. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and it often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Sanders toss left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Given 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here is Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Richardson. That escapes the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll try the left side. Goodson. 163 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say the #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Third and 19. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. There's a nice move.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 on the way to the 3. 31 yards there and a first down. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Striker, 3-3. Claws red. Set.
Young will set to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Quiddy Pay able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here we go.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Zoom black. Cluster. 6. Ready?
Young now. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Hayden Hurst, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that...
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Second, they declined the penalty.
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing, Young.
And that is incomplete.
Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like the call. inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out. Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior.
Throwing on first down is Minshew.
Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And the tackle by Balen Spector.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging right on the football now. Caught no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Panthers,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
and they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Colts, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.